Andrea, could you just tell us a little about your work in Germany on digital issues?
I have a small company together with some others, which is called New Thinking Communications, and we work on a variety of issues related to digital society, digital culture, as well as online communication and campaigning. We have basically three areas that we work in. One is organizing and coming up with events. For example, we do a big social media and blogger conference called Republika every year in April in Berlin. And then within the New Thinking Network, we have a small venue in Berlin which covers issues like events and workshops on open source software, Creative Commons, Web 2.0 issues, a broad spectrum that relate to digital technologies and social issues as well.
What made you take to it in the first place? I mean, it's a very unusual field. Were you interested in it, or you felt a need for?
Well, me personally, I came into this field through I work with the United Nations volunteers, where I worked on a project called Online Volunteering,
I see.
and which is a platform that connects volunteers with development organizations over the internet and then advise them on how they can collaborate best online and form online, collaboration.
So one thing led to another, and
yeah,
you're
exactly.
working on
And
it.
then I got very much interested in the concept of open source,
I see.
and read a lot about it, and was interested with a lot in it, and then met some people in Berlin that had actually just started to open a shop, which is the New Thinking store that I talked about, which is a venue specifically dedicated to open source
I see.
issues. It now has a larger reach, but in the beginning it was really meant to promote open source software to the end user, because there was really a gap that didn't really exist
In those days,
before.
Yeah.
And today I think
Today
it
too.
doesn't.
Yeah.
There is no real place where you can learn about open source software, and there were people that help you with it and help you install things and bring it, show you that it's not something which is just for the techie, but it's actually something that is useful. So I think it's still quite a unique
Can you tell
concept.
me a little about Republika, because I've heard so much about it and I'd like to know more.
It's a conference for by bloggers and people that live on the net, and the nice thing or the attractive thing about it is that it's a conference which is made by people who are active on the net, by bloggers, social media activists, and it's not like many conferences are about those issues, but this is really this is really made. So all the sessions are made by people who are running some activity, some campaign, who have a blog, who do whatever. It's not only focused on advocacy, but also on how to use social media in politics, non-profit activities, culture, economy, economic activities as well. It's
So is this job very satisfying? Do you find it fulfilling?
yeah.
Why?
It's anyway, I wasn't finished with
Sorry.
no problem with the other areas that we work on, which are also we do online strategies and web development, as well as work on thematic fields related to digital issues, and the combination, the entire package of it, I think is quite comprehensive, and you always learn something new and look at something from a different angle, and from what you have learned in one area and in the contact with one client you can apply in a different context, and so that's quite nice.
And why is it satisfying?
As I said, it's a very varied, and you can. It's a broad field, and you can
Creative.
also come up. Exactly, you can become. It's a creative thing, and you can come up with new ideas, because there are so many new things that you can experiment with as well, and that you never stop learning and exploring things.
Thank you so much.